So now I'm going to turn the page here a little bit and introduce you to a different idea and just a different way of thinking about your community. This is an idea called an activity connection plan. Okay. So this idea is pretty straightforward. We're going to identify activity and recreation sites. Okay, what are some of those in your community? If you've got a high school with a track, that is an asset, right? Sort of anecdotally, last year, went down to California for some training and asked my in-laws, where can I go run? I want to go for a run. I said, oh, go down to the high school down there. Went down to the high school. Fort Knox is easier to get into than that place. All it was missing was a moat and some alligators. I mean, I couldn't get into it. It was impossible, you know. If you've got a large regional gym, you know, that's established maybe, that might be one of the activity places that you want people to get in and out of. But if they have to drive, like especially like a half mile or so to go to the gym, you know, or go to a track, that's an issue. We want to look at those connections, and we'll get to that in a moment. The next step is going to be looking at where the people are coming from. Is it a recreation or is it a residential area? What is it an office park? Maybe they want to work out a little bit on their lunch hour. Maybe it's a school-to-school situation. Who are our stakeholders in that area? Is there a neighborhood plan or neighborhood association that would like to be on board? Is there a school district? Is there a highway district? Whatever the case may be, you have some pretty valuable stakeholders probably in these areas. Some of the things that you might suggest in a plan like this, some of the physical improvements, okay? Obviously things like sidewalks are important. Public art, maybe that's something. Running track lights, boy, that's a pet peeve of mine. Well, what if our tracks had some lights, and maybe if they're not even being used, well, I would say that taxpayers are paying for that just as much as they are for the road and for everything else. That's, again, an asset. There might be some folks in your community who can't afford to go to a gym. Maybe this is the place that they can go to. You're providing a great service for them, and you're extending the hours by a couple anyway that people can utilize those things. That's all.